It's time to shed the old and prepare for the new. Welcome to the Hopefulist with me, Wendy McClure. This is where we turn those nasty, negative thoughts into positive and work toward a happy, fulfilled life. Now, let's get started. Hello, and thank you so much for joining me on the Hopefulist this week. I hope that this is a brand new week full of brand new opportunities and possibilities for you, and you will make the most of them. The quote of the day today: humans are curious by nature. Our desire to keep evolving physically, mentally, and spiritually is part of who we are, which is why settling, staying stuck in a rut, treading the lukewarm water of mediocrity or worse is so excruciating. That's right. Sometimes we got to shake off the old to prepare for the new, which is what we're going to be talking about today. Let's look to nature for some of our lessons. We are in the midst of autumn now, and I know so many people who consider it their favorite season. Its beauty with the leaves changing, the change in temperature with cooler days and chilly nights, sitting around the fire pit toasting marshmallows for s'mores, and drinking hot chocolate. We look forward to this change. It's beautiful. It's refreshing. Yet we hate change in our lives, even when we know it's likely what is best for us. It scares us. It's the fear of the unknown, and it's completely understandable. Our brain is wired to be calm when it knows what is coming. That means no change. Your brain does not like change. It will fight against change at all costs. But sometimes change is necessary. In fact, scratch that. It is absolutely necessary to keep growing, to live a satisfied, fulfilled life. Maybe it will be easier to make changes in our own lives when we think about nature and the seasons. Now in the fall, it's time to shed the old and get ready for the new. Think about how much we love those leaves changing. We search them out just to look at them. That can be you too. A needed change in your life can be as beautiful as the height of fall foliage. Fall is kind of like an automatic reset, right? It reminds us of school starting and getting back into a productive routine after the fun and sun of summer. It's a time to get back to business feeling. So this is a perfect time to do an analysis of your life. Get out that pencil, get out that notebook, just like back in school, and figure out what is working for you and what isn't. I know it sounds like a lot of work. You know what? It is work. So is having a fulfilling, satisfying life. It takes work. It doesn't just come to you. You have to plan for it. You have to analyze what's working, what's not working. You have to make changes when necessary. You have to make goals with actual time stamps on them. This is how it works. There's no getting out of the work. I wish that there was. Nobody likes to sit down and stare at a blank page. It's intimidating. It's like, okay, what do I write? Be still. Be quiet. Tap into your intuition. It's time to figure out what is not working. And whatever isn't, now is a great time to shed it, change it, remodel it. And what is working should be something you can carve out more time to enjoy. It's a natural process in nature, right? Winter is when things are stagnant and there's new growth going on under the surface. It's preparing to burst out into new life. When spring comes, everything is in bloom. It's the time to grow and shift and change until you get to your ultimate growth, summertime. And you enjoy for a while. You ride it out. You take the time to enjoy all of your hard work. But then there comes the point where you need to start shedding in order to prepare for more growth to come. The shedding of the old is a beautiful process, as we all know from nature. The change occurs gradual at first, just a couple of trees changing colors here and there. That first cool night where you get to sleep with the window open instead of the air conditioner. Then there is an explosion of colors, and whoa, what a sight to see. It was always my favorite time of the year to actually commute to work so I could enjoy that sight every day. And I don't have a lot of trees around where I live. And then one day, you kind of stop noticing it as much. It's not as vibrant. Then you forget about it. And for the most part, the next time you look up to check out the leaves, you find they're all gone. And you didn't even realize it. It's the same with changes in our lives. At first, the changes take place gradually. You barely notice them. The next thing you know, everyone is noticing this amazing transformation. Then it starts to not be as noticeable because you are getting used to this amazing change. Now it's just routine. Now it's just the way things are. You've now adapted to the changes, and this is your life. But then the growth starts over again. You get to hibernate for the winter, getting the necessary nutrients, taking what you know of the old and combining it with the new to burst forth in the spring as the very best version of yourself. Life, like in nature, is a cycle. There is constant movement. There is growing and shedding and renewing. It's the way we are intended to live. There may have been things that worked in our lives for the last 20 years, but suddenly it just doesn't fit anymore. And that's okay. Some things are not meant for a lifetime, only a season. You have to learn to know the difference between them. And yes, that is the hard part. But ask yourself, if the main reason you are hanging on to something is because you are afraid of life without them, then it's likely time for a change. Are you staying in a job because you just don't know if you can find a better one? Because you just don't know if you can get one that pays as much money? Or do you have an inkling to leave a relationship? And the main thing stopping you are things like where will you live? How will you take care of yourself? Will you be alone for the rest of your life? Yes, these are all scary thoughts and very real fears. But none of them are a reason to stay in a place you aren't meant to be. If you are meant to be where you aren't likely having any inklings to leave. So if you're thinking about it, you have to ask yourself, why? What is it that's causing this feeling? What does it mean? Talk it out with the people concerned. See if it can be improved. This goes for your relationships and your job situation. If it doesn't get better, it may be time to shed those leaves. Mostly my hope for you right now is to enjoy the moments. Take the time to sit back and enjoy the beauty of fall. Watch the vibrant colors before they just disappear. Feel the crisp chill in the air. Feel the warmth of the fire. Get out those sweaters and boots, gals. Fall fashion really is the best. It is the best time of year for fashion. And be present for all of it. Time just keeps moving faster, so it's important to stop and take it all in. Enjoy all the moments of all the seasons. I know a lot of us don't like winter, myself included. But that first snowfall, it's kind of magical, right? One and done, I say, but sometimes you just don't get to make those types of decisions. But try to enjoy all the moments of all the seasons. That's the way you enjoy life all year round. Some people love winter because, well, they love to ski and be in the snow and do that sort of thing. Other people like to hibernate. They like to be inside, indoors, watching movies and eating comfort food, mac and cheese and soup. Oh, I had soup today. Oh, it was cold and rainy and dreary. And I was like, you know what? Today's a good day for soup. And I had some, and it warmed my bones. So I wish you warmth and joy in these cooler days ahead. And go forward with the knowledge that you are big and strong like a tree and can withstand any storm that is thrown at you. Keep believing in yourself and vow to live your life better. If you like today's episode, please leave me a review and or share it with your friends. Pass it on and help a sister out. I thank you. Now, go out there and do great things this week. And be badass, of course. You know I'm here cheering you on. Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist. Now, don't you feel good? Make sure you come back next week. See you then.